in Lorimar internationally, but they're doing a wonderful job. It's opening city by city, really, you know, in a small way first.
Yeah. You know, it sounds too good. It sounds like they found this kid at Schwab's, you know? I mean,
well, I found Steve Ziganoff at Patalai at Schwab's, literally.
And we'll meet him in a moment.
Yes.
Literally at Schwab's.
Francis Coppola said, that man's a great actor. Where did you find him? I said, I found him shining up cars outside of Schwab's drugstore, where all the unemployed actors are. Once he got the job, the unemployed actors came to him and said, Steve, can we get in your movie? So, but that's where I actually found him. Angelo I found on 71st in Columbus, where I was living at the time. Just happened to live on the same block as I did, which was a strange coincidence in that big city. You know?
Yeah. And what was he doing? Is he... Well, at the time, what are you laughing? What were you doing?
It's just a story I've told about 150,000 times. He was 6 and really precocious then. He was talking to a young lady, say like this, a very beautiful young lady, but with dark hair, and said, Patricia, if you don't love me no more, I'm going to move to Cincinnati. But he said it in such a way I'd never heard a line read like that. And at that moment, I said, I must put this boy in a movie of some kind.
The gypsies appear to have no pretense. There's no... They don't seem to be interested in trying to impress anybody, or... And as long as you don't hurt anyone else, I suppose there's something redeemingly healthy and non-theatrical and phony about them.
I think they're very much a law unto themselves that live parallel to the mainstream. And whatever they do. I wasn't preoccupied with that, showing their shenanigans here or there. But if I didn't show certain little things, then I would be dishonest as a filmmaker. I wasn't out to make an indictment of the people. Some Russian gypsy in Washington, D.C. said, why did you show this and this? I didn't show things bad. I showed everything I put in that movie, 97 to 99% were stories given to me from the gypsies. So the fictionalizing of that, of those things came from them initially.
Yeah. I'm surprised the cops don't get on your case because you're not in school. Doesn't the officer...
They did.
What'd they do?
Well, what it was, they did got on my case. I was living with Somerville, New Jersey. And I was in a plank school. I was with my brother every day, you know, and they got me, and they said, you're going to have to go to school. So I went to school for about 6 months. I went to school for 6 months. Then my family moved, and we were staying at my aunt's house, and we just got a house.
Yeah. How was that in school, 6 months? How did you like it?
It was nice, yeah, it was real nice.
You stayed up with the rest of the kids? Keep up?
It was a little wild, you know, and I'm not used to that.
Yeah. But you did enjoy it?
It was all right. I didn't love it.
We're talking about the gypsies and Angelo My Love, Robert Duvall's movie starring Angelo Evans, and you'll meet some other people in that film, and we hope you'll join us. Been joined, that's Angelo, in the company of his brother Michael, who's joined us. You're in a film. Yeah. Also here is Steve Patalai Ziganoff. Say hello to 2 more proud members of the gypsy community. Steve is a Russian gypsy, and you play the thief. You're the heavy in this thing.
Yeah.
You had any fun with it?
Oh.
You liked it?
We had fun. Went to Quebec, Canada. Went to upstate New York. It was a great experience. Besides that, learned a fantastic job as a director.
You saw you standing in Schwab, huh? Yeah.
I'd like to know if he reads. Do you read?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I speak a little loud. I can't hear.
Do you read?
Do I read? Yes, ma'am.
How about you, Michael?
Very little bit, not much.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I would like to know if Angelo's parents have picked out a girl for him.
No.
Why? Angelo, you're obviously very bright. And I worry that somebody will exploit you. You know, when you're a little older, take advantage of the fact that you've been in this movie, and maybe you'll have lots of money and somebody will use you.
Well, nobody can take advantage of a gypsy because he's too smart for him.
Maybe if you could read, you could prevent that someday.
Oh, that still doesn't matter. They're always one step ahead of the other person. Read between the lines.
Well, it bothers me that you haven't had this schooling. I think you're obviously very bright and very precocious. Think what you could do if you had the exposure to the schooling, you know.
What can I tell you?
I agree with that. I agree. I've agreed all along with that.
Yeah.
Angelo, I'd like to know if you have a girlfriend.
Well, but you have one now.
I can't answer that.
What's the answer?
Can't answer
I
that.
can't answer that.
What happens when the gypsy meets someone who is one step ahead of you?
We go another step.
But there will be those.
They will.
Well, why did you make this picture? What point did you want to make? You just enjoyed the child so
When
much?
I met him, I felt he was very specific and very unique, and he had never, that culture and a boy like this had never been put on film in this country before, and I wanted to do that, to show something really, really different.
To teach us?
Show a whole different world, and show you how what terrific actors they can be. Better than, no, absolutely not.
So
No
warn
judge-
us of what?
No judgment.
What do you mean, warn us?
Stereotypes that I think people have of gypsies. The con games, the thievery, the stuff you read about in the paper. When you do see articles about gypsies in the paper, that's what you see. Not
Well,
the murders and the rapes like Angelo was talking about.
I wasn't out to make any judgment. I was out to show a slice of life, showing the complexities, hopefully.
Well, not all gypsies are like that. It's like the Americans. Americans steal too. They walk into a bank and they say, rob it. Gypsies don't walk into a bank and say, oh, hey, give me the bankroll. They don't do that. There's some gypsies that are good, there's some gypsies that are bad, just like the Americans. They're good and bad.
Angelo, what part of the country did gypsies originate?
Well, I could answer that question. The gypsies originated from India 2,000 years ago. And that's all you're going to get from me.
Can't go any further.
Any further than that.
Yeah, but Steve, it's an hour show. You know,
Glad you could
yeah.
I noticed there isn't any women here. What does the girl do when she gets chosen to be your wife? Does she have any say in whether or not you say yes or no?
Yes.
She just gets to say
No,
yes?
you talk it over with her. You got to make sure she wants it.
So even though the parents
Well,
choose...
this woman wants to know, she's worried that the women, as is so true in many other cultures, sort of have to obey, right?
I guess.
That she worries about that. I mean, does the girl have the right to say,
Of
I don't
course,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
This is,
Yeah.
this is not slavery. It's,
It's not,
So
there's
your
no
parents
force
really
at all.
aren't choosing, they're picking out a girl.
Yeah,
for you.
picking out a girl that'll think it, that'll be right for you. And if you like her and if she likes you, fine, it's okay. But if she says no, then it's no.
and sometimes the girl is your potential, partner.
yeah, what's the matter?
But there's a lot of intelligent women out there.
We were wondering how many gypsies are in this country, if anyone knows, and is there an area that they're more concentrated in?
In the United States alone, I would say about 50,000.
And many in California, many in New York.
All over the United States, yes.
Florida.
That's not including Europe.
Yes.
How's Angelo's mother feels about this?
She's good. She's proud to see somebody, her son on screen, she's proud of it,
And we'll be back in just a moment. That's from Angelo My Love, Robert Duvall's film, and he has some of the stars.
I have a question for Mr. Duvall. I'd like to know, where did you do the filming for the movie?
The majority of it was done in New York City, upstate New York, and also in Quebec City, Canada, at St. Andrew-du-Pré, where the Gypsies go each July to worship to the patron saint of health.
You were talking about gypsy food at the beginning of the show. What do you eat?
Well, we make a lot of hot food. We eat a lot of hot food, rice and cabbage with pork in it. It's real good.
Great